Hi, I'm EttieBen-Shabat, and today I'll talk about the issue of not having time to look at brain images. Some clinicians comment on not having time to look at brain images, but actually looking at brain images saves time. Let me explain how. In a nutshell, when you look at brain images, you get to understand the reason why the client presents the way they do. You see the exact location of the lesion, the nature of the lesion, and with this level of specificity, you can start predicting the sort of functions that might be affected and what kind of potential there is for recovery. This thinking process is part of your clinical reasoning, which shapes your assessment and your treatment. Based on brain images, you may choose, for example, to prioritize certain assessment items over others, thereby saving time. Brain imaging will also help you with your clinical reasoning around treatment as well. So let me give you an example of an 84-year-old lady I saw a while ago. In fact, this is the case that tipped me into action. It made me realize that brain imaging education is urgently required. This lady had a stroke 4 days before I saw her, and she was non-English speaking, which meant communication was slowing down the assessment process. Prior to admission, she was living by herself, she was independent, she was mobile, there were no particular issues. She was admitted just before the weekend, which was an additional complication because it meant that her assessment commenced but was incomplete. Before seeing her, I had a look at her medical records and also at her brain images. The brain images showed me small to medium size lesion in an area I was quite confident was not going to affect her mobility too much. This meant that she should be able to walk without too many difficulties. You may also recall that older people who are admitted to hospitals lose function very quickly if they're not kept active. Once this function is lost, it's harder to regain it in this particular population. So both points together meant that for this lady, the highest priority was to get her back on her feet and moving as quickly as possible. When I saw her, I briefly checked her motor function, I looked at her balance, I looked at her walking, and I then quickly started her on a regime of 3 short walks a day. For the first 2 walks, she needed the light help of 2 people, but by the 3rd walk, she only needed the help of 1 person. By the end of the next day, she was mobilizing independently with supervision only. The finer detail of the assessment waited until later, and in fact, no significant issues were identified. So the points to take from this example is that brain imaging helped me, 1, understand the lesion in this person and what kind of functional implications it will have. 2, it saved me time in assessment and treatment. And 3, it saved her from further deconditioning whilst waiting for the full assessment to be completed. Hopefully you understand now how looking at brain images really saves you time because you understand the client better and you're more accurate with tailoring the assessment and treatment to their specific needs. If you found this video useful, please like and share. You can subscribe to this channel by clicking the button, or you can join our community through the homepage of our website. See you next time.